We are back!
I think today we do as much of the tour that we want, and then if there's like a couple spots that we're like, man, there was so much we'd like to go, do, then we know the places that we'd like to hit over the next couple days.
How about that cliff?
Because I'd kind of like to only have one. That's really freaking crazy. I'd kind of only like to have one day where we're driving around a lot like this, and then I'd like to have days where we're like, okay, let's just go hang out there for a few hours.
Yeah.
You're not gonna listen.
No, I did. I'm listening. I'm doing exactly what you said, I think.
So do I plug this? How were we just listening to that? On that?
When you're ready to leave the very end of the world, well, just turn left and go back the way you came to the main highway. Or turn right if you'd like to go to the green sand beach.
What do you think we should go to the green sand?
But we can't see it unless we let somebody bring us down there, right?
No, it said that you're not supposed to go down the rental car. You're also not supposed to do that in Whitefield Valley.
When you're ready to leave the very end of the world, well, just turn left and go back the way you came to the main highway. Or turn right if you'd like to go to the green sand beach. For the green sand beach, follow the signs to the Kualana boat launch. There is no visitor center here, even if you see a sign saying that there is, so be aware. The green sand beach, or Papakolea Beach, is one of 4 beaches in the world with this green colored sand. The other ones are in Guam, the Galapagos, and the other one in Norway.
Huh.
These countries are pretty far away, so if you have the time, it's a good idea to check out the Papakolea Green Sand Beach. This beach is a remnant of a 49,000-year-old cinder cone volcano which spewed olivine-rich lava, leaving this green crystalline sand. And believe me, it's an amazing sight. When you reach the old boat dock, there is a small parking lot where you can leave your car. Now, there may be locals here who will ask you to pay a fee to park. It's up to you whether you want to pay them anything, but parking in the lot is free. Take your valuables with you, though, or lock them in your trunk. Be aware that there have been a few break-ins at this spot before.
Yeah.
From there, you can park and either catch a ride to the beach.
I think this is something we should do for a few hours. If we just choose to do this, we should like
If you choose to hike, just follow the path
do this on a different day. It looks pretty sketch.
Once near the shore, you'll see a dirt road on the left that runs along the coastline.
It looks super sketch. I don't want to do that. These people don't want you here.
Not at all. I can definitely just drive the truck down there, though. That's the beach.
You'll be able to see the cinder cone in the distance. When you reach the top of the cinder cone and you're facing out to the ocean, you should be able to spot the trail descending onto the beach. It's a little bit tricky getting down, but both adults and children can make it. It only takes a few minutes from here, so just relax and take your time. Now, we don't recommend swimming at this beach because the currents are strong and the waves can get really rough. And also, remember, if everyone takes some green sand from this beach, well, pretty soon there won't be any left. So please, just leave it here for everyone to enjoy. Now, one thing you can take, of course, is pictures. Take as many pictures as you like to remember this one-of-a-kind beach. The beach was named by the Hawaiians
you could walk
for the
down in
Kalea
just a
bird,
few minutes?
also called the Pacific golden plover.
If you drive to the end.
So keep a lookout for a golden wading bird with a chubby body and long legs.
It's 2.5 miles each way.
When you're done at the green sand beach, return the way you
And you're not
came to
supposed to
continue the
drive
tour.
down
You're not allowed to take rental cars down there, it says. Even if it's a 4x.
Okay.
I love it. There will be some locals charging for parking there. It's up to you if you want to pay them.
Parking's free.
But parking is free. The last day we're here, we'll check into our spot, leave all of our equipment there, and just drive down the road.
Yeah.
And if anybody asks,
Hey, what'd you think about South Point?
Get out of my way.
Now, didn't I tell you it was worth the long drive out here? I hope you
I don't fall
enjoyed
for
the scenic
intimidation.
views and maybe
You
even
wanna
had
go
a
blow for
chance
blow,
to
then
do a
you
little
can
cliff jumping.
have a
Hike
confrontation.
Green Sand Beach. or
Just intimidation
see
is not going to get me in jail.
On the 15-minute or so return trip back to the main highway, let's just relax and chill out as we cruise to some Hawaiian kind, awesome local music, huh?
So this is just 16 minutes of music for your drive down.
This was really, remember a few years ago I was saying it would be cool if you could pair Spotify with your GPS and it would find local artists that you were passing through your town. This, combined with a little bit of a tour and like, believe it or not, this is the artichoke center of the world. Like this little boat on town. Drive through him and believe it or not, this place is known for meth, but also Christian Scientology. I love it. I'm glad we bought it.
Me too.
Tour guide.
Trying to find a line that sweeps you off your feet, so I could spend my life with the one I love. Till then, all I have is
This is probably good music that's approved to use on your YouTube page. Even they have it as unknown.
Yeah?
Return music unknown.
Well, that's just how the...
try to find the right words.
They're all, no, this is an island band that was around for 16 months and they broke up.
Something
Because they were cousins dating the same lady and they didn't know. Island Problems.
Simple, short, and sweet. I can say it all the
Look at this little baby out here by itself.
Finally found the right words for my melody. I tried to get
There's grass on the other side of the fence, too.
living dream. But I waited too long to tell her I
Oh, well. They were having a standoff. Both the dudes had their dicks out.
Everybody's horny over there.
They were having an orgy.
Horse chicken.
it's so
Yep.
another night with the sunset and the moonrise, not so far behind to give us just enough light to lay down underneath the stars and listen to Papa's translations.
When they're waiting, because right there's another gate to the next property. Maybe whoever comes through that gate throws an apple every once in a while. So they just now sit there instead of walking around.
We wait.
Yeah, you're trying to be nice, but you're just trained them to walk themselves over. They should be roaming. We have like 4,000 acres.
They're all
Like,
people
use
waiting
this
here.
little section. Those horses can be tiny horses.
When spring's off the last when they come down, nothing ever feels the same. Sheltered under the waiting for the band. Sand rain clouds keep moving to a ghost. Stars, birds, chasing away to find stories and listen to all else fades.
Sounds like John Mayer. No, it sounds like the guy that sings,
Just
yes. I was like, Curious George.
not so far behind to give us just enough light to live underneath the stars. Listen to all the translations.
All I remember it because that album was like magic when you worked in preschool.
All the kids do it.
They loved it. It was like as soon as you turned it on, they were
Totally
all
tolerable for the teachers.
yeah, totally.
That was a pretty decent movie for kids. Like, Will Ferrell was the man in the yellow hat, right?
I never even saw the movie. I only had the CD because the kids liked the soundtrack.
Yeah, I do believe it was Will Ferrell who played the man in the yellow hat.
That's
So it's
fun.
like, the movie was funny for like adults.
Yeah.
Kids watched it and absolutely loved it.
I've been searching all my life for that long lost way, for that mystery ride, the loving I really need. I've been
That sounds like Kyrie. Kyrie, she does a lot of, she sings a few of the songs that we listen to that have this like,
The loving I really miss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the water move me every day. Oh, the water
I think I'm ready to go back to Kauai
move me.
soon.
Longing I want to pay. Oh, the water move me.
I needed We are the furthest from Kauai though, right now.
Oh yeah, you cancel hers, or instead of just canceling hers and Island Hop, cancel hers, we return this, we get one of those ritual vans, and we sleep out on the South Fork a couple of nights, we sleep in fucking Hilo Bay a couple of nights, we sleep down inside a Whiteview Valley a couple of nights. So, I guess we can bring those. We have to do some Whiteview Valley. Black and white's way out there.
So those are milk cows?
I never feel full, we were just there. I fell hard and it's hard to forget. Oh, loving you is so easy and nice. Living in paradise, yeah. Living in paradise.
Now you just can't tell if it's open or not.
Can't tell, yeah. Horses get mad over here.
Oh, I see.
They love that. Especially on a nice hot day. That's a real one. That's the guy who runs the truck, for sure.
Look at all these rental jeeps.
You do need to get out there early, huh?
Yeah. It's actually like,
Hey, they got the orange one.
I like that. It's actually like one of the things I want to take note on is like pretty much always if we get up at 6 and do like a big adventure from 6 to 10, we're gonna have a good time. Like,
hang out with your friend. Go home. You guys are really pretty. That dog was like, you were about to steal my friend. I'm fucking hiding.
They're okay, right?
Yep. We're just fine. Are we still on the tour?
Yeah, our music just ended because it took us a little longer than it was supposed to.
Oh, fucking lagger.
It's okay. They give you 16 minutes to do the drive, and it took us about 20. But we're gonna pass that place that I want to go to soon, and I want to stop there. So I'm gonna turn the tour off for a second. This place is gonna be like that place that we loved in Maui. Remember with the garden that we walked through? Little Chapel Coffee. That's cute.
That thing's still recording?
Yep.
Awesome.
We're coming up on it. It's this one.
Sad that it doesn't work like while it's not plugged in, but at least it does that.
At least it does the drives.
It's like,
Half the battle.
yeah, one of the things that I really wanted to capture that we had no ability to really.
Hell yes.
Where's the, oh, there's coffee.
It says private this way. Private is that way. Public is this way.
It says private. Public.
That's their house. They live here. These people are gonna
Pretty good little busy.
back up.
Look
You need to back up.
at us. Split each other here.
There's a kiddo right here.
Okay, where's the parking stuff?
Up there.
Okay.
Hi!
See, that's all
There it
women.
goes. Boom!
It's like all women framing that.
Yeah, fucking love this place.
What's happening around here?
I'm so happy right now.
What's up, ladies? So you guys aren't gonna kill me, are you?
If we
I see
have
there's
to.
only one dude. and He's working pretty hard.
I'm gonna
So.
go in that potty. I have to pee really bad.
Dude,
You got the cash?
I do have the cash, man.
I might want to put the lid on. I'm cold.
Okay. I'll put the lid on. You go to the bathroom.
Let's go get coffee first so it doesn't look like we're...
Okay. Coming to just borrow their bathroom.
Yeah, I don't like to look like that.
Started recording. All right, here we go. What are we leaving right now, babe? What was this place? See all these awesome women over here working
Yeah,
together?
look at these badass ladies
Right?
building this place. So cool.
It's like an Amazon warrior
It's called...
compound. I didn't feel safe for a second. Thought they were gonna put an axe in my hand and make me chop wood.
It's really funny.
You're gonna be here.
Can't remember what it's called right now.
Well, this isn't a very good advertisement for it.
You gotta. You really should tell me before you're asking me to advertise for
Well, we're
things.
about to drive by the sign, I guess.
Okay, we'll find out.
What's this say? Right here. It says, please slow down.
Okay, good.
That's what this
And this
place
one
is
says
called.
coffee shop.
Yep, so it's called Coffee Shop.
Kale Coffee.
Okay. This was a cool little spot. I was just joking about feeling safe. They were very welcoming. But some of the guys that were working there looked like they might have been neutered. Just kidding. If you're watching this.
You're a dick.
Free honey tastings, honey.
Choice to make. You can turn left to return to Kailua Kona, or you can turn right to to head towards the black sand beach on the way to the Volcanos National Park.
Let's do that.
Again, it's left for Kona or right for Volcanos National Park.
Left for Kona.
You decide.
Here, let's
Okay?
hand sanitize. After the turn, maybe?
So what you're listening to when it's not our voices is an app called Shaka Tours. And you can buy tours per island that are connected to your GPS.
They have tours from like 2
Once
hours.
you reach the main highway again, you've got a choice to make. You can turn left to return to Kailua Kona, or you can turn right to head towards the black sand beach on the way to the Volcanos National Park. Again, it's left for Kona or right for Volcanos National Park. You decide. Okay?
We're going right, dude. What were you saying, babe?
They have tours from like 2 hours long to 12 hours long and all over the islands. And then you can buy them, like one tour is $10 or you can buy all the tours for that island for $20. So that's what we did for the big island.
And the voice is pretty cheesy, but it's actually pretty funny the way they word it.
And the music is good.
Yeah.
See? They're gonna start talking.
Or is this just music for the drive?
No, he's gonna say, or no, music, you're right.
One of the parts that was super funny, we got to the parking lot of Green Sand Beach, and it informed us that there will definitely be some locals there that will be charging for parking. Now it's entirely up to you if you would like to pay these people for parking, as the parking lot is free. So the tour guide warns you that when there's locals that are trying to shake you down. I thought that was pretty damn funny and useful information, because they were definitely there waiting to shake you down. Here goes the music.
This also gives us a good idea if we're going the right speed.
Long before Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, the famous author Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, was a 30-something newspaper reporter on a writing expedition in, lo and behold, Hawaii. That's right, he spent 3 months riding a horse around the Big Island, earning $20 for each travel letter he sent back to the Sacramento Union. The newspaper published his travel monologues, describing everything from his viewpoints on local government, the commerce of whaling and sugar, as well as humorous stories about cats and mosquitoes. He wrote about all the delicious and abundant fruit that he found in Hawaii. Well, I can't blame him. Even back then, Mr. Twain could tell the difference between mainland fruit and the super tasty and juicy island fruit. He claimed that he ate 10 to 15 Hawaiian oranges in one sitting, simply because they were so delicious. We're now approaching a small village called Waiohinu. That's where Mark Twain, while he was here, planted a monkey pod tree. This little-known town still exists and is home to a second-generation descendant of that original monkey pod tree planted by Mark Twain. Unfortunately, a hurricane claimed the original tree back in 1956, and today's tree has sprouted from its roots.
Nice.
Cool, yeah? I'll point it out as we get closer. Now, this little village doesn't have a whole lot to offer in the way of attractions, except for this particular tree. But Mark Twain's long-ago visit is still a source of pride to the residents. Gosh, imagine being there when a young Mark Twain began his writing career.
It's just like a map.
Like the Mark Twain monkey pod tree just up ahead.
Look at the Hell's Bells.
Yes. That was such a max.
Our videos are already better.
Thanks, little Max, buddy.
We're running just a
Okay, the tree is there on your left. It's the tall tree right next to the road with a Hawaii Warrior state marker. Now you can park in the small parking lot if you'd like to take a few pictures.
That's the
Cool.
one right there.
We can
We don't need to.
chime when we're making the video. We can chime in. We're doing
Bing. Yeah.
the arrow. That's cool. So that was planted by Mark Twain's hands, and then the original one died. And it came
That
back.
one came from the roots. So,
So that one sprouted up.
Monkey Pod, that's that restaurant in Maui.
Yeah. That was the only one that was open on Hurricane Lane.
Now we're driving through the little town of Naalehu, and it'll take about 1 minute. No joke. Naalehu means the volcanic ashes in Hawaiian. It's the southernmost community in the entire U.S. of A.
Crates.
with a post
Cool.
office.
Shipping containers.
Yeah.
There are fewer than 900 people living here, and it's a nice, quiet rural town. Businesses here count on tourists driving through just like you are for much of their income. And they usually play up the fact that they are the southernmost community in the U.S. Two of the more well-known southernmost attractions are the Punalu'u Bake Shop, the southernmost bakery, and Shaka Restaurant and Bar, the southernmost bar. Hey, if you like all the westernmost options, well, you'll have to try our tours on Kauai. Open since 1991, the Punalu'u Bake Shop sits on 4 tropical acres and has a visitor center and gift shop where you can have a lunch or just try some of the free samples of their sweetbread, their pastries, ice cream, and of course their coffee, huh? Oh, we gotta stop, bro. So ono.
I wonder if people pay to be in this. Like
Probably
businesses.
not. There's only so many places down here that he could mention. Right? I mean, maybe, but like, how many other businesses do you think he didn't mention?
Yeah.
2, and they're right next to the ones that did get mentioned. So there's Shaka Restaurant.
Now here's the bake shop on the left. And there's a whole lot of parking if you want to make a stop. It's a great place to take a break and get a bite to eat. Or buy some drinks and snacks for the
That's
rest
so
of your
cool.
ride to Volcano.
That's like an old movie theater.
Now we would have stopped here for some food, but we just got some food.
So Next time,
good.
Sweetbread.
That place is cute.
It is. Steak sake shrimp shack.
Steak acai.
I can't read. I just make up words and throw them in there. Look at this cool,
Yeah. Wall.
walled-in tree that looks awesome.
Look at that market.
Hey,
Fun.
right on.
Coming up on 76. We just move slow for them.
We're going the speed limit. The speed limit says 25 around here. That was fun for the video.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The young kid just like look over with this giant smile.
He was cute.
Yeah. It reminded
I'm
me
going
of
to
the
tell
kid
you a
from
little story now
Zipline.
about the viewpoint we're coming up to. I'll let you know when to pull over for this panoramic ocean vista.
Thank you.
At the scenic viewpoint up ahead, off in the distance, you'll see what looks like an old wharf or pier. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's the remnants of a more prosperous time when the town of Honuapo was a bustling sugarcane settlement. Now, that rusted shipping pier that juts out onto the bay used to be an important shipping facility. Ships would pull in to load up with sugarcane and taro and then transport them to the bigger towns of Hilo and Kona. The sugarcane boom at Honuapo lasted from 1870 until the 1930s. It's hard to believe it today, but this area once had industrial warehouses and a big mill and a railroad line that ran parallel to the ocean. Amazing, yeah? Once the roads were improved, trucks began to transport the harvests. And then the big tsunami of 1946 just kind of sealed the deal by wiping out the pier. And it was never rebuilt. In 1948, it was turned into a park. And basically, that was the end of Honuapo. If you feel like a break, you'll be coming up to the Woodington Beach Park, a peaceful little rest area with picnic tables and excellent views of the ocean and surrounding cliffs in just a minute. Now, if you lift your eyes above Honuapo to the land off in the distance, you'll be looking at the Puna district and the part of Volcanos National Park that actually reaches the ocean.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right, now slow down here. There's a turnout soon where you can pull over safely for a stunning view of the ocean. Again, pull over now and see if you can see the old pier I mentioned off in the distance.
It's right down there.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
Climb your butt out there and take a picture the way that you like to do sometimes. You'll probably hit the door on the railing if you open it. How beautiful is that?
Super cool.
Let's see what that looks
That
like.
was probably shitty, but that's okay.
Let's see how that turns out. What do you think? We centered again? Is the light still flashing? Yes, we are. Crazy asshole just did a U-turn right there around a blind turn. Well, thanks for blocking our exit. That was cool. The pineapple is fucking candy here. It's so good. Can we get down there to the pier? Do you think it might be something cool like Davenport?
We're coming up on the turn to Whittington Beach Park. It was opened in 1948 and named after Richard Henry Whittington, who was a well-known figure in the area. After moving to Hawaii from California
Careful,
as a teenager,
3 butterflies. That's gotta
Whittington
mean
was
something.
a road supervisor on the Big Island and lived near where the park is today. If you're short on time, well, you might want to skip this little detour and stay on the road to Volcano National Park. But if you do decide to stop, you'll probably be joining locals having a picnic or a family gathering. And you may also be joined by some hawksbill turtles as well.
We want to see turtles. There's a guy right behind me.
I see him.
Definitely knows where he's going.
Definitely not on the tour.
He's not. That guy's not on the tour. He has work to get to.
I wonder.
This guy's on the tour. Fucking Mustang.
It's a house.
You see a convertible Mustang, Prius, or a Jeep. It's probably around.
Now take your next right turn if you'd like to visit Whittington Beach Park.
Okay.
Again, turn right here.
It's a hell of a... By a right, he meant do a complete U-turn right off the freeway. Or right off the highway. We don't have freeways here. Look at this tree. Look at
Wow.
it. Do you see that? It
Yeah.
fell over multiple times, multiple directions, and
Yeah.
regrew. That's fucking crazy.
That was awesome.
Like a hurricane blew it down
They
to
all
the
are like
east,
that.
and
Look
then
at
to
'em.
the west, and then to the east again, and then that time to the south.
Whittington Beach Park has picnic tables and bathrooms.
Ooh.
There's not much of a sandy beach area exactly,
pretty.
but there are shallow pools that are great for kids or wading if you just want to cool down.
That's my kind of beach.
The best kept
Is it for
secret
kids?
about this beautiful spot
Kittens.
is that there's a good chance of seeing the rare hawksbill turtle here. Hawksbills are not nearly as common as the green sea turtle. There are only about 60 breeding females in the population.
Whoa.
And they're usually only seen in this area of the island. There's a large fish
Look at
pond
those
at Whittington
doggos.
Park,
Did you see them?
and the hawksbills like to gather there at night.
Sure did. I think
The
they'll go
best
park
time to
over
see
here.
turtles here is at dawn and dusk. It's during these twilight hours that the
There's the
turtles
pier you
move
wanted to get
between
to.
the pond and the
There it
ocean, seeking safety from predators in the protected waters. A 5-foot inlet connects the fish pond and the ocean, and this is where you have the best chance of seeing these turtles. The inlet is very easy to find. Of course, there are no guarantees of a sighting, but if you come at the right time, hawksbill sightings are not unheard of. Remember that they are protected by law, so don't be one of those
fucking
people
touch.
the locals complain about, right? Who get too close just to take a selfie or something like that, or worse, to touch the turtles. Hey, keep your distance, bro, okay?
All right, and away we go again. What's this place called? Well, whatever. We're leaving here. Look at that tree. Should we
So
have taken a
pretty.
picture in front of it?
We've taken lots of pictures in front of trees like that before.
God, that is a pretty one.
It's so gorgeous. It's awesome. It's nothing compared to the ones in Maui that we took pictures with, though.
Sure it is. This is different. It's comparable. Are we on the tour?
Yep.
Is it already started?
Yep.
Oh.
It will start talking when we get back up to the top of this.
Well, we just checked out this washed out pier. Tried to see if we could find some turtles, which we couldn't,
You can always just put the name.
which isn't
Oh,
too big of
yeah.
a shocker. Yeah, I mean, How many turtles did they say there was? There was 60 breeding female age turtles out in the captive. Or out
And they
in the
didn't
wild.
specify what time of year they're over here either.
So, surprise, surprise, we didn't see one of the 60 turtles that are out in the wild.
Now take your next right turn if you'd like to visit Whittington Beach Park.
Okay,
We just did
Again,
that.
turn
Whittington
right
Beach Park
here.
is what it's called.
that's where we're at, Woodington Beach Park. Look at the birds. Cool little shack over there. Artwork, we'll call it.
Artwork.
Hey, the door's open. I wonder if they're open. Roll 'em up. My hair is killing me. Look up there.
Wow.
Now, most people think of white sand beaches when they think of Hawaii. But here on the Big Island, some of the most visually stunning beaches have black sand. Now, black sand beaches are formed when hot lava reaches the ocean and it cools so rapidly it shatters into tiny sandy particles. A large lava flow can produce a new beach almost overnight. Scientists say that Punaluu Beach itself was created almost instantly during a lava flow. Punaluu is well known in Hawaiian culture and legends. It is known as a wakipana, or sacred place, and it was seen as an oasis in the Ka'u Desert. There are stories of healing medicine ponds that existed here and a royal residence for Keowa, the rival chief of Kamehameha. Punaluu means diving spring. Here, there is underground fresh water that flows under Punaluu and mixes with the ocean water, making the seawater very cold near the shore. Legends say that in times of drought, ancient Hawaiians could actually take a jug that they crafted out of a dried gourd and dive underwater to collect fresh water. Good trick, huh? Punaluu Beach is famous not only for its black sand, but also for its sea turtles. Green sea turtles are usually all over the place here, sleeping on the beach and swimming next to you in the ocean. Hawksbill turtles also lay their eggs here, so avoid any mounds on the depressions, okay? As I said before, sea turtles are protected by law, and you're not even supposed to get within 15 feet of them. Okay, so don't get carried away, huh? Avoid the ire of the locals and the big fines imposed for touching these turtles. And just enjoy them from a distance instead. Okay? Okay then. There's a parking lot, covered pavilions, restrooms, and showers at the Black Sand Beach. There are 2 entrances leading to the beach from the highway. I'll let you know when to turn right for the route that goes past the Sea Mountain Golf Course and Resort.
Every wave that breaks, every breath I take, I remember Punaluu.
Okay, we're just jogging to the left.
And
No, we were
your
gonna like have
fine
to go.
black sand
a boat.
Look at over here. New mountains. That is the beginning of creation. The moment of birth. Birth of creation.
Come on.
Sitting on an island that is giving birth to new land every second it's alive. It's like the maternity ward of the earth. It's fucking crazy, yo. It's fucking crazy, yeah.
Oh, I see what they want you to do. They're gonna take us in a loop.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna go up there, then loop back around,
Yep.
and then this is where we go.
I'm all, why didn't it tell us to turn? It says like it's gonna turn, but it's
Because if we would have gone down that way, we would have missed whatever.
yeah, because there's something, I guess.
My love.
Now slow down. You'll take a right turn on Nanole Loop Road, which leads down past the Sea Mountain Golf Course and Resort. Again, you want to turn right up ahead for the Punalu'u Black Sand Beach. And if you've already been, well, stay straight and the tour will continue.
Look at all these fucking flowers. Look at all just these flowers without any expletive words. I did it!
Now just stay on this road as it bends ahead and then drive into the parking lot. Hey, there's plenty to do at Punalu'u, believe me. You could spend a whole day here. Of course, you can watch the turtles, and you can also take a walk up a dirt trail to the little church on the hill above the beach. This is Hokuloa Congregational Church, dedicated to Henry Opukaha'ia, the first Hawaiian Christian convert who was actually born here at Punalu'u. Even though the church has been there since 1957 and it kind of seems abandoned, unless you're there on Sunday morning, they still hold a service there every Sunday at 10 a.m. You can also walk across the length of the Black Sand Beach to the snack bar and gift shop in the small building on the opposite side of Punalu'u. Can you believe you used to be able to drive your car across the back of the beach? Wow, thank goodness they stopped that years ago due to the beach erosion that it caused. You can also walk out from the pavilions over the grass towards the ocean and explore some tide pools. And hey, just a heads up, Punalu'u is almost always really windy. And this is also a prime spot for beach camping over holiday weekends for locals. The water can be cold and rough with an undertow, so if you swim, do so with caution. But there should be a lifeguard here, okay? On calm days, hey, it's a great place to snorkel. Now, once you're done here, our tour will continue down this road.
I love turtles. They're sleeping. This wife is not happy about this. That's enough.
Did you see it wobble?
Yep, come back.
I will, right now.
It's like your new barista bar.